Welcome back to the Washington State Dynasty. Today the Cougars take on the #1 ranked Oregon Ducks on the road in Autzen Stadium. Washington State lost last week to Oregon State 31-24 and now look to pull off a major upset against one of the top programs in college football. We'll have to see if we can take a big step up if we're going to defeat the Ducks, who are without star quarterback Marcus Mariota. Jeff Locke will start in his place. Hopefully our defense can take advantage of the inexperienced quarterback. But let's kick off Week 8. Connor Halliday leads the offense onto the field to start off the day, coming off over 250 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. 1st and 10, read option, Halliday keeps it, goes and slides for a pickup of 7. He is over 2,000 yards on the year. He has dropped to 2nd in passing yards now behind Sean Mannion. However, Marcus Mason goes to the left and he is stopped right away for a 0-yard pickup. So now 3rd down, this is a big play. Mason going to the outside and he picks up the 1st down just barely. There was a man in pursuit, but he got just enough for the 1st down. So now 2nd and 10, going with little trickeration, double pass, and the defense read it perfectly, and Jamal Morrow not even able to get the pass off. So 3rd and 14, Halliday dropping back, going deep. There's a man out there, and that is knocked down by Troy Hill. Had a chance for the interception, but will just go for the knockdown. So now Johnny Munt in motion, hand up off the middle to Byron Marshall for a pickup of 5 yards. Their starting running back, a deep stable of running backs, including Thomas Tyner and Royce Freeman. But now Keenan Lowe to the outside on a bubble screen, picks up 5 yards and the 1st down. 1st and 10, inside zone read up the middle to Byron Marshall. He picks up 8 yards to set up 2nd and short. Playbook is wide open now, but Munt moving in motion again, and they will just go back to the ground to Marshall, who picks up a big 11-yard gain, and that puts them past midfield. A big play right there. They just keep going to the same play, inside zone read once more with the motion, and that is a 7-yard gain. Already over 30 yards so far. But now Lockie going to the air across the middle for Devin Allen, and that ball is dropped. That is a huge drop. That would have been maybe even a touchdown right there with Allen's speed on the outside. But now quick throw to the outside for Munt. He has some room to run and pushed out of bounds by Daquan Brown. But that is a 1st down. So now Braylon Addison moving into the backfield. Lockie breaks one, pitches it. Addison has some room to run. One man in pursuit, and that is a touchdown. 24-yard touchdown from Braylon Addison on the triple option play. Oregon showing you what they do best with their creativeness. But now Therian West is back to return the kick. He is a senior on this team, taking kickoffs back now instead of Ricky Galvin, who gets a nice return to start off, 42 yards. But Marcus Mason back on offense, 5 yards to set up 3rd and medium. This is a huge conversion, cannot allow Oregon to get the ball back and put up more points than us. So play action to Mason, quick throw to the outside, and Connor Halliday 0 for 4. Struggling with his accuracy in one of the biggest games of the year. Oregon gets the ball back, going with the bubble screen to Dwayne Stanford, and he picks up 9 yards. A nice play right there. So now 3rd down, and Lockie just trucks the Cougar defender and picks up 17 yards. A great play right there. Lockie dropping back once more, looking. He finds a short pass to Byron Marshall, only able to pick up around 4 yards. And after a false start, we'll see 3rd and 12. This is a big play and not a smart decision, as there was no room to run for Johnny Munt, and the Ducks will be forced to punt. So on a buck sweep, and Oregon once again showing off their speed on defense with the defensive lineman running down Marcus Mason. But Mason once more on the ground trying to slow down this tempo of Oregon. Picks up 12 yards on the run and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10, quick throw to the outside for Vince Maley. Goes with a smooth move, fights for a couple yards and picks up 5 as we are nearing the end of the 1st quarter, 20 seconds left. Halliday dropping back, looking into the middle of the field for Mason. He just lobbed that up and Marcus Mason went and got it and picked up a nice game. Now pistol full house, that is right up the middle with Jamal Morrow, who had been demoted but getting a couple carries. That's his 2nd of the day. However, he is averaging negative. So now started the 2nd quarter. Wildcat formation with Morrow, and that is Vince Maley to the outside. He has a lot of room to run, and that sets up 1st and goal. So now Isaiah Myers moving in motion. and Marcus Mason is stopped for a loss of 1. This is a huge third down. Isaiah Myers has been promoted to our 4th receiver. And now Connor Halliday scrambling out, looking to get in the end zone. He has the room to run, and he is stopped short of the end zone. So now this will be a decision to make. Do you go for the points or try and score? And we will go for it. Pistol full house, dropping back, pressure coming, and Connor Halliday is sacked. And it also takes away the field position advantage we would have had, keeping them at the 1-yard line. But now Oregon taking the ball back over. Lockie to the outside, has some good blocking. He gets one block, and then one man in pursuit is Tracy Clark, and he is able to bring Lockie down and come up with a touchdown saving tackle. Offset shotgun for Oregon. Lockie keeps it on the read option, and he goes for a 6-yard gain to start the first down. But now back on the ground to Byron Marshall, and he is met by the defender, and he's only able to pick up 1. Another huge first down, 4 wide receivers. Lockie dropping back and across the middle to Braylon Addison, who picks up 7 yards and the first down. So now 4 wide receivers, once more trips to the right, and Lockie meets his own lineman and is sacked for a loss of 3. He really just fell down, but we will be credited with the sack. Lockie dropping back to the outside, and Devin Allen once more. He drops the pass. That would have been a touchdown for sure. And they will now attempt a 57-yard field goal. Kick is up, and that had plenty of leg. That probably was good from 65, my goodness, and right down the upright. But pistol forward Washington State, and another sack. Oregon getting a lot of pressure. Derek Malone, the linebacker, getting in on the sack. But now Halliday dropping back once more. Across the middle to Vince Maley, a pickup of 16 for 3rd and short. This is a big third down. A lot of those so far. And across the middle, that is almost picked up by Derek Malone. But that is incomplete, and Oregon will take back over. Now Byron Marshall up the middle, 4 yards. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Oregon driving once more, 3rd and 6, dropping back. Lockie steps up the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down. A huge play. He escaped the pocket and just stepped right into an open field. Marshall back. He runs over one defender, but is brought down by Darius Lamora, as Oregon is just showing you what they do best, running with tempo and just running the ball all over us. Once more, this time we finally get a stop. Daryl Monroe, a huge play, and that will bring up 3rd and long. Now 3rd and long, 1.5 minutes left. Going to the end zone, and it is dropped. 2 players had a chance for the interception right there, and Oregon should be able to go for a field goal. He made the first one. Now the second one, just as good, right down the middle, a lot of room. And we have a studio update as Washington is losing to Arizona State. 2 of our future opponents are playing each other in that game. So now near the end of the first half, just over a minute left. Oregon will use their first time out of the game. So 3rd and 7. Halliday goes to the outside and finds Christoph Williams for a first down. That is a huge play. Cannot allow Oregon to get the ball back. But 1st and 10, split back. And Jamal Morrow makes one man miss, but finds 3 more duck tacklers. And he is brought down. 2nd and 6 across the middle to Christoph Williams. Offense starting to click through the passing game as Christoph Williams has a couple of catches. 2nd and 10, going deep into double coverage, and that ball is dropped by Arian Springs and Eric Dargan. That would have been a huge play, but 3rd and 10, need a conversion here. Going into the flat for Isaiah Myers, and he is stopped short. Picks up 7, but not enough for the first down. So now just going with a Hail Mary on 4th down, throwing it up, and Maley is open. He beat Ifo Ekpre-Olamu for the touchdown. He beat one of the top corners in all of college football. There was no safety help there, and we will go into halftime down by 7. That is a huge play to give us some momentum going into halftime. Instead of being down 2 scores, you're only down 1. However, Oregon does get the ball to start off the half. I like what I saw. Forcing Oregon to kick a couple of field goals, not something that they want to do, but that was a good play right there. You can see we're throwing the ball better. We need to slow down Oregon's rushing attack. Almost 150 yards rushing in the first half. But to start off the game, Lockie keeping it. He runs over one man, puts his hand in the ground, and keeps going. Not a great start to stopping their running attack, but the carbon copy of the same play. Going to the outside, cuts back in the middle, and is hit pretty hard and goes down, but picks up 9 yards. They just keep running the same play. We finally read it. Cyrus Cohen comes up with a tackle for a loss. So now 3rd and 3. One man in deep coverage. And Daryl Monroe misses the tackle. Lockie's still on his feet fighting. Picks up 7 and the first down on a huge play. So now 2nd and 10. Oregon moving the ball very efficiently. This to Johnny Munt once more. We have not been able to handle many tight ends this year, as that is his 3rd catch. But all of them have been crucial. Now Lockie dropping back, steps to the right, going to the end zone, and Darius Lamora comes up with the pick. A huge play to stop Oregon's drive. As on our last drive, we had our longest passing touchdown of the year and longest pass in general, but now out to the flat we find Christoph Williams for a 6-yard gain, his 3rd catch of the day. 2nd and 4, handoff to Marcus Mason, trying to bounce it to the outside, and he barely picks up the first down, and that will continue the drive. 1st and 10, fakes it to Mason, dropping back, going deep. There's a man out there, and Maley somehow gets that one. Beats Ekpre Olamu once more for the touchdown. Will have the lead pending field goal, as Vince Maley, coming up huge in this game, will get a replay as the ball was thrown. Not a great throw, but Maley, actually Olamu just missed that, and Maley just went all the way for the touchdown. So now we have the lead over #1 in the nation, and this is a huge thing right here. We need to continue this. But now read option, Lockie to the outside, trying to escape Tony Pole, and he's able to, but is brought down by him eventually. So now 1st and 10, bubble screen outside to Dwayne Stanford, and he is hit hard by Darius Lamora. That is a big play right there. So now outside, Byron Marshall, he goes and he picks up 7 yards to bring it to 3rd and medium. That is a big play. They will go to the screen pass, Byron Marshall, and he's not able to pick up the first down. 4th and 1, he was just met by a blocker and a couple of defenders. But now 1st and 10, going to the outside, Isaiah Myers, he picks up 4 yards. I've liked what I've seen out of him in his last couple games. Like I said, he has been promoted to our 4th receiver as we run a lot of those formations. Now play action jet sweep, going deep, and Ekpre Olamu gets his payback. He gets the interception, his 8th interception of the year already. He has been a ball hawk all year. But now Lockie to the outside, he gets stopped and hit hard, and appears to be getting up a little slow, but he does get up, and he will continue to stay in the game. Now a draw play, Byron Marshall right up the middle, and that is 13 yards on 2nd down. A nice play right there. A really big play. So now 1st and 10, Lockie dropping back, scanning the field. Pressure was coming, but he finds Devin Allen. He's able to hang on to this one, and he sets up goal to go for this Ducks offense. It would be huge if we could get a stop right here, hold him to a field goal. But Lockie, he's going to the outside, runs over one man, and he gets into the end zone. And we'll have to see if they decide to go for 2 or just kick the extra point. So they will go for 2, trying to make it a 7-point lead. Up the middle to Byron Marshall, and the defense holds up, and that is a stop. As we have another studio update. Washington did score, but Arizona State put on a field goal. So this would be a big loss. Washington's only loss is to Oregon, so this would be a big loss for them. Now outside, bubble screen to Isaiah Myers. A great play right there to start off the drive, picking up a couple of yards. But now to the outside, Mason has some room to run, but he is brought down by Dargan from behind. A big run though, as that will pick up the first down. So now inverted veer, going to the outside. Halliday brought down from behind, showing you he is not the quarterback for this system. With a little better acceleration, he might have been able to take down a little farther. And Christoph Williams, not a great throw, not a great decision, but he's not able to come up with the pass. And we will go for it on 4th down. Did not want to get them the ball back. And Vince Maley comes up huge, just on a little hitch curl route, and gets that. So now Sebastian LaRue in motion, makes one man miss on the jet sweep and picks up 3 to set up 3rd and just over medium. Now play action in motion, looking, going deep into double coverage, and it is knocked down by Reggie Daniels. A huge play, but we got here going for it on 4th down. We'll go for it again, And that is Ekpre Olamu going across the middle for an interception. Has some room to run and is met. But that is Olamu's 9th interception, nearing double digits with a bunch of games to play. They still have 5 more games after this. But a great play right there on the read option to slow them down somewhat as we are into the 4th quarter now. Lockie up the middle, has a block to the outside, trying to get to the middle of the field and picks up 22 yards as he is just run all over this defense. We have got to slow him down. And Charleston White misses the tackle. Tracy Clark misses the tackle too. And BJ Kelly picks up the first down for his first catch of the day. 1st and 10 read option. Barber misses the tackle. Daryl Monroe misses the tackle, but that is a big hit by Charleston White as Lockie already over 150 yards, and he goes up the middle and he is stopped just short of the end zone. A big play right there. We'll have to see if we can hold him to a field goal, but first play, read option, and Lockie gets into the end zone. That's a disappointing play right there as that makes it a 2-possession game. Would have liked to have held him to a field goal, but we will take back over 1st and 10 from just short of the 30, and that is an inside zone. Our offense is very similar to Oregon's. We do run the read option principle and a lot of those types of plays, however we don't have the running quarterback they have. But Gabe Marks going to the outside, he picks up 6 yards, normally our deep threat guy, but short pass right there. So Halliday dropping back, finding pressure, gets the ball, and Christoph Williams is laid out. We'll have to see if that affects him going forward. But now, no one was open on, or the mid screen was not open, and that is a failure to convert on 3rd down. This is a big play going, and we find Christoph Williams across the middle for 26 yards to put us in the red zone. He is playing very well in this game. Now 2nd and 8, looking for his man, and Halliday across the middle. Myers drops the touchdown as that is a big drop. But now spreading the field out, 5 wide receivers. Halliday dropping back, scrambling out to the right. He makes one man miss, takes off. 1st down, and that is almost 1st and goal it appears, as I'm not sure if we can even get a 1st down. Yeah, it's at the inches line, but play action to Mason. Outside, and Rodney Hardrick almost gets the pick. That would have ended the game most likely. Mason in motion out of the backfield, going to the end zone. Vince Maley drops the touchdown. Another drop touchdown. He had it in his hand. A tough catch, but those are the catches you have to make. Halliday back of the end zone. Touchdown, Gabe Marks. A huge play as that makes it a 1-score game. Under 4 minutes left in the game. So now 5-point game. Lockie fakes it to Marshall, taking off up the field, gets a block, and he runs into Marshall and falls over, but does pick up 20 yards. Now Braylon Addison moving in motion. Here's the same play they ran earlier on us, and he fakes it to Addison, makes the man miss, taking off, and he's brought down to the 46-yard line. Another huge run. Lockie now over 200 yards rushing. Once more on the ground, Byron Marshall, 8 yards on that carry. 3.5 minutes left in the game. Now 3:20 left. Fake it, Lockie, and that is a missed tackle by Destiny Vial, and Daryl Monroe brings him down, as that is a nice stop. That could have been a bigger gain, but they still do get the 1st down. Now Lockie outside once more. Taliulu is there and brings him down just short of the 1st down line. Now Keenan Lowe in motion, fake the low, outside, and he cuts back in, and that is now into the red zone. 350 yards rushing on the day for Oregon. Once more going with a jet sweep. This time it appeared to be a fake, and Lockie is brought down to the backfield by Chester Sua. A huge play right there. Now we'll have to get one more stop. Lockie to the outside, has some room to run, and he is brought down. 3rd and 8. This is a huge play right here. We'll have to start using our timeouts, as that was our first. Screen pass to Byron Marshall. One man out there to make a play, and he is blocked. Touchdown, Oregon. And they might go for 2 to make it a 13-point game. We'll have to see what their decision is. And they would end up just kicking the field goal, as Washington is upset by Arizona State. Arizona State, our opponent next week. So that is a big loss big win for them. Now Therian West in the end zone, taking the kickback. breaking to the outside, gets a block, makes one, two-man miss, and he's out to the 46-yard line. A huge return to start off the drive. Holiday dropping back, looking, he's pressured and sacked, loss of 7. Now third and incredibly long. This is a huge play. 3rd and 17 across the middle. Gabe Marks catches it. He has some room to run, breaking away from the defenders. And touchdown, Washington State. 61-yard touchdown on 3rd and 17. A huge play. Now onside kick. This should be the game. Kick is away, bouncing, and Bayless comes up with the kick. That is a big recover, and Oregon would go on to run the clock out. A tough loss, but we gave Oregon one of their toughest games of the year, so I'm proud of that. But there's really no such thing as a moral victory to me in this dynasty. But they are number 1, undefeated, one of the top teams in the nation, the top team in the nation. And we played them incredibly tough. The talent difference was just too big in the end. Hopefully in a couple of years we will be able to compete with them. But we'll have to see going forward if we can rebound and maybe get to a bowl game. But Connor Halliday, over 300 yards passing. Our rushing game was not very effective today, as we had to throw the ball a whole ton. Vince Maley came up with a huge game. But Darius Moore, a couple tackles for losses. He came up with an interception too. That's his 3rd interception on the year, but not much else. And as you can see, Jeff Locke, 260 yards rushing. That is just huge. And we have some bad news. David Broussard has committed to Indiana. He was a fullback I was seriously targeting. But we do have some good news, as Alec Gibson, a depth defensive tackle, has committed. Not the strongest guy, fastest guy, or most flashy guy, but he'll definitely be a good addition to our team moving on. We have Corey Washington, who also committed our first 2 of the year. He's a power back with some nice speed. And you can see we're down to 11 prospects, going all out for all of them. We have some good leads from pretty much every single one of them, and they will all be visiting next week against Arizona State. So that makes it an even bigger game, and it's also crucial if we want to go to a bowl game, as we have to win 3 of our final 4 against Arizona State, Arizona, Utah, and Washington, as Taylor Kelly leads the Arizona attack, who they struggle in pass defense, which is something we're really good at. But I hope you did enjoy. Leave your comments on the game down below, and I'm out.